Hello YouTube and welcome back to Psychology Everyday 156. Today I want to talk to you about something that fascinates me very much. I know I say that a lot, but there's basically four things I would say, maybe five in psychology that fascinates me very much. And this is one of them. Maybe I'll make a top five for 10,000 subscriber special or something like that. But so I struggled the other day. I was talking to a friend and I was like, a big problem that I have is that some things requires a lot of earlier knowledge to even talk about. This is often the case with modern Jungian psychology, where you sort of have to have a basic grasp of the classic Jungian psychology to understand it. But then we came to the conclusion that, well, just make the video longer or just talk about it anyway, because you have no idea what people will grasp. So that's what I'm going to do. Immanuel Kant came up with the idea transcendental idealism, and basically what that means is that the transfer of knowledge and information from the outside to the inside will be translated. It will transcend. This is super fascinating to me because, and I've thought about this so much. I've talked to people who are like, there's a difference between opinion and insight, where insight is sort of the true truth. And you can look at this on various levels. When looking at it like biologically or neurologically, you have something that is called the Reticular Activation System. And basically, this filtrates and prioritizes various inputs, which means that we react to some things much more alertly, because some things are much more important, especially dangerous things. Jordan Peterson said, and this is one of the things that I actually disagree with him on, that our perception is action based. And I don't think that's true, actually. Because our priority might not be towards action. And maybe it shouldn't be towards action all the time either. So you have sensory inputs, right? Hearing, taste, sight, stuff like that. And your reticular activation system will block out a huge part of these inputs, because we have like 1,000,000 inputs per second, and there's no way for the brain to process all of this. So the RAS, which is in the sort of more primal brain, will block out a lot of it. Isn't that crazy that this part of the brain sort of decides for us what we should be focusing on? And this can be affected by various things, such as childhood trauma, such as if you are stressed, if your nervous system is all jacked up because of this and that. And just think about it. Whenever you are in a place, or wherever you are, whenever you will notice some things more, some people more, you will react to certain things more. That is the sort of cognitive filtration, the second part. So you have a limited amount of inputs, and then because of your cognitive framing and cognitive filtration, you will only react and respond to certain things. And this is basically our perception. And here's the thing about prayer and manifestation is that this recalibrates both your cognitive filtration, your perception, but also your RAS. The first, the perception and the cognitive part, is due to cognitively sort of visualizing and fuck, operationalization, whatever, specifying what you want. This will shift your cognitive frame. But the RAS is calibrated and filtered by emotion and affect, or something like that. It's your primal nervous system, which is why manifestation is all about feeling the feeling that you want to manifest. So that is sort of the concrete secular way, I guess, of explaining how prayer works. It recalibrates your nervous system and your mind to align much more with what you're asking for. And, depending on how you look at it, if we're all God's creatures, then, praying to God does that, sort of shifts the universe for you. But yeah, this is one of the top 5 interesting things that I really love about psychology, perception, and why do we see the things that we want to see? Because you also have, I don't remember the word for it right now. Sorry. It's like bias and yeah, something with selection. I don't remember.